Hello everyone, this is my first video tutorial ever. I hope you're gonna like it. I'm a little nervous, but today I want to teach you how to make an elderberry syrup. A lot of people ask me about it. I give it to three of my children for a while now. The oldest one, he's almost 6. The youngest girl, she is 2. She just turned 2. And they're all getting this syrup since they turn 1 year old. That's when I started giving them honey. If you have younger children, you can substitute the honey for any other sweetener because the syrup itself is not that tasty, but when you add a sweetener to it, it becomes better and kids do want to drink it. The syrup is extremely simple. A lot of people ask me about it. I try to explain it to them, but a few people ask me, why don't you just make a tutorial? And so I did. I am right now. So we start with 3 cups of water. So we add the water to our pot. I already have 2 cups in here. I'm adding last cup of water. Then we have 3/4 of elderberries, dried elderberries. See that those are the little fruits of the dried elderberry. So I'm just adding it to the water, cold water, all of it. And then we can just turn on the pot so it starts to warm up. We have, oh, I forgot to mention which elderberries I use. I use Frontier organic elderberries. I found out this is the best company for us, but you can use any other elderberries. I've heard of people using fresh elderberries as well. I've never used it, so I don't know how it works. I don't know if it would work with this recipe, but our European dried elderberries work for us, so that's what we use. I buy it on Amazon. Then to the pot we're gonna add 1 stick of cinnamon, and I also use Frontier. I have a big bag of cinnamon sticks, so I just added it. Then we have 4 cloves, and you can buy cloves in any regular store, health food store or regular store, it doesn't matter. You'll find them almost everywhere. So we add that. And then ginger. I already peeled the ginger. You can cut it into slices and just add it into the pot. You can also use ginger powder and add that. I would probably say a 1 teaspoon of dried ginger, probably even a little less than 1, because it might be a strong ginger taste in your syrup and not everyone likes it. But I like to add ginger because it warms up the whole body, and we use ginger quite a lot in our cooking and in everything else, so we just like the taste. So that's a fresh ginger. I'm gonna grate it straight into the pot. Let me turn on the light. So it's a small amount of ginger. You don't have to add a lot, especially when you're using it for the first time. Again, not everyone might like the taste. This one is not extremely fresh, so it becomes a little stringy, but it's okay. You can add all of that. You will strain all of it later on, so you're not gonna taste all the strings in it. So we're trying to make all of our ginger go inside the pot so we can use all the health benefits of it. We have a little bit over here as well. So we're gonna scrape all of that into the pot. And then we're just gonna let it boil. We're gonna let it boil. Once it starts, I'm gonna lower the heat so everything doesn't boil out. We're gonna leave it on very small heat, so we just get a little bit of bubbles coming up. We want the water to evaporate a little to become more syrupy. So yeah, I'll see you in about half an hour. Okay, so it started boiling, so I lowered the heat down and just bubbling here and there. Okay, so the time is up. Half an hour passed. We got a little boiling going on. I'm gonna turn off the pot, and then you get a potato masher. I actually had to Google the name of this tool. I had no idea that's what it's called, but potato masher, that's easy. All right, so actually before we mash it, we're gonna take out the cinnamon stick. All right, so cinnamon stick is out, and then we're gonna mash it up a little, just so we get all the juices out of the elderberries. You can do it a little bit during the boiling process as well, or towards the end. It's completely fine. If you want to take out the ginger and the cloves, you can do it. If you want to dig in there and search for it, but you don't have to. I didn't. I just took out the cinnamon stick. All right. So we mashed it up, and then we're gonna strain it. I just have a milk bag. You can use a regular metal strainer. It's fine too. You can use anything that will be porous but not too porous, so you can keep all the berries and all the ingredients out of the actual syrup. So now we're just gonna strain it. Get all the rest of the berries in there. And I forgot to mention in the beginning why we use why we use elderberry syrup. I use it for my kids to kind of up their immunity. I don't know if there's any medical research behind it, but my grandma always used elderberry tea during the flu season, and that's what kept us healthy most of the time. For like the past 2-3 years, you can find elderberry syrup in Whole Foods or any health food stores. They sell it ready, but it's full of sugar and other unnecessary ingredients. That's why I chose to make my own. So I'm gonna let it cool a little before I put my hand on it and squeeze it. I don't want to burn myself. So just let it cool a little bit. You can also let it cool before you put it in a strainer. It's up to you, but we're gonna keep it like that for probably 15 to 20 minutes, just so it cools down. We can squeeze the life out of it. Use all the juices as much as you can, because that's our elderberry syrup cooled down. I actually opened the window a little. It's beautiful today, very sunny, a little cool, so it was nice for the elderberry syrup to cool down. It was quick. It's still a little warm. We do want to keep it warm. We will add honey later on to it. If it's completely cold, the honey will take a while to dissolve. So you want to have it warm, not very hot, because then you kill all the good stuff in the honey. So, squeeze as much of the syrup as you can out of the elderberries. You can use the elderberries later on. You can make jam out of it. You can add it to pies, or whatever you want to do. There's quite a few, you can just Google it, and there's quite a few recipes on Pinterest as well. or you just throw it out. If you throw it out, make sure you squeeze every little bit out of it. I forgot to add, it's gonna stain, and it's gonna stain everything around. Elderberries are are known for that. So just be careful if it drips on your table. Make sure you wipe it down right away, and it will stain your strainer and a wooden spoon. Not as much with the wooden spoon, but you'll see it. So, I think we're gonna make jam out of it later. So, so this is fine. And then we're gonna take honey, and it's about, this is the end of my honey. We're just running out of it right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the syrup to here, so then I can shake it around and make sure all the honey out of here made it out of the jar. So it's gonna dissolve all the honey in the jar nicely, and we don't have any waste. But if you have, if you have a full jar of honey, you can just add about half. I forgot to show you, it was we had about 1 2/3 of a cup of the syrup out of the 3 cups of water that we originally added to the pot. So right now we're just gonna wait for it a little, make sure all of it dissolves into our syrup. We're gonna give it a few more shakes. And then we use a funnel and a bottle, glass bottle preferably. That's what I try to use in my house. This is after Trader Joe's ginger ale. Yes, I like it. Don't tell anyone. I don't make my own ginger ale just yet, but we might get there. All right. So we're funneling it down. I forgot to mention that I use raw honey. I bring it from upstate New York, but if you use any raw honey, doesn't matter if it's wildflower or wild mountain honey like mine, any honey will do. Certain honeys do have certain properties, so if you want to research that, you can. I love my old flower wild mountain honey. All right, so this is ready. Again, be careful with the straining. I'm sorry, be careful with the staining, not straining. You can see the difference. It's gonna come off after a few washes, but let's give it a try. Let's see how tasteful it is. Yum, really good. My kids are currently in school and my little one is napping, but they actually, every morning or every evening, they remind me, Mom, where's our syrup? They love it, so it could be due to its sweetness, but yeah, so it's very popular in our house. I give them 1 tablespoon once a day, and if they're coming down with something, they're not feeling like themselves, I give them 1 tablespoon, but twice a day. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you what to do. This is what works for us, so I can't diagnose you and tell you what to do. All right, hopefully I'll see you during my next tutorial. I don't know what I'm gonna make it about yet, but if you can see, I have my SCOBY in here. It's for kombucha, so that might be my next tutorial, who knows. All right, thanks for watching, bye.